Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm just going to be doing a quick little review and swatches of two new palettes that I picked up over the weekend. So if you'd like to see what those were, just keep watching. So I was up in Sydney this weekend for the first leg of my Your Shot DJ competition journey, and while I was there I ducked into the city to check out Sephora and Mecca Maxima. And while I was at Mecca Maxima I picked up two new Too Faced palettes. So I picked up the Boudoir Eyes palette and also the Natural Matte palette. So I was tossing up between the Natural Matte and the Natural Eyes, but I really wanted something matte because I don't have a lot of matte shades at all, and I have heaps and heaps of shimmer and glitter, so I just wanted something matte and something that I could wear for every day. While I was at Mecca, I was talking to one of the staff there at the counter, and she also owned the Boudoir palette and was wearing it. She was giving me some tips on how to use it and things like that, and I mentioned my YouTube and she was like, oh my god, tell me what it is, I'll subscribe to your channel. And I think that's really lovely. So if you're watching, hi, thank you very much for subscribing and for helping me out so much and being lovely. I really love all the stuff at Mecca, but you were particularly lovely, so thank you. So the Boudoir Eyes looks like this. It's in like little tin casing. You've probably seen it on YouTube before. And this is what the shades look like. So they're really nice, versatile kind of shades, I think. Mostly in the sort of pinky purpley realm. And there is this little matte grey, which I'm really interested to try as well. So I'll swatch this for you in a minute, but I'll just show you the other one first. This is the Natural Mattes. So as you can see, they're really sort of warm toned, most of them, and yeah, really pretty shades. And I've already been dipping into both these palettes, so I can see that they're going to become favourites. The pigmentation on both is amazing. So I'll get into the swatches now. I'll start with Boudoir Eyes. So the first shade in the palette here is called In the Buff. And this is sort of like, it's a white basically, but it's very pigmented, it's very good. So I use this usually as a base just to sort of set down whatever primer I've put on. And it's much more pigmented than a lot of the other white shades, so you can actually see it. So it's quite a good shade for just putting a base, and it helps the colours become more vibrant. Next we have Satin Sheets, which is a really pretty pinky shade, and it's a shimmery shade. The next one is Birthday Suit. And this is a really pretty shimmery sort of brown, but you can't see it that much. The pigmentation's not that great on that one, but I think I'll definitely use it because of that reason. The palettes that I picked because I wanted something sort of for days, so I think that will work well. Next up we've got Fuzzy Handcuffs. That is a matte pink, which is really pretty. And then we've got Sugar Walls just here. This one I'm actually wearing today on my inner corner. It's sort of like a pink shimmer sort of thing. It does show up a little bit better on the actual eyes, as you can see, than it is on my hand. And then we have Lap Dance down here. I haven't actually used this yet. It is like a very light purpley colour. And then we've got French Tickler. Sorry the names are upside down, but I don't want my mirror to reflect everything in my house because, you know, it's a mess. So this is French Tickler. That's extremely pigmented dark black, so that'll be good for doing a smoky eye or darkening out the outer corner. Next up is Garter Belt, and that's the little matte grey that I was telling you about before. That just looks like that. That's really pretty. I like that. Been wanting a grey shadow, so I was really happy to see it had a grey. And then last but not least we have Voulez-Vous, which is what I am wearing on my outer corner today, and this is sort of a darker purpley type of shade, and this one's got shimmer. I don't know if you can tell in the swatch, but it does have shimmer. Yeah, there we go. So that's everything that's in the Boudoir Eyes palette. I really love this. Like I said, I think I'll get a lot of use out of it. I think it's really great shades for day. They're still pretty, but definitely wearable in the daytime. And so now we'll do this little baby, the Natural Matte. So this one has a shade called Heaven, and that's a really, really creamy, buttery kind of feeling. And this is a white, but it's, you can't really tell in the camera, but it's sort of like a yellow undertone to this one. Probably use that as a base. And then we've got Lace Teddy, which is this pink color. Oh my god, they're so buttery and beautiful. Oh my god. So that one's blended into my skin tone. So it's like a peachy sort of nude, which is really nice. Next we've got sort of this cool tony brown, which is called Nudie. Another really great everyday shade. And then we've got this little brown here called Cashmere Bunny. This one's sort of like a taupey browny nudie color. Then we've got Strapless, which I actually used yesterday and loved. Like, live for this one. It's beautiful. It's sort of like reddish brown. It's really, really pretty. I keep saying everything's really, really pretty, but that's because it is. They're all beautiful. Then we've got this shade called Honey Butter. And this is quite similar to Salted Caramel from the Chocolate Bar palette, so I like that shade a lot. Next we have this shade called Sexpresso, which is a really dark brown, chocolatey brown. That's good for the outer corner. Next up is Risque, which is almost like a purpley colour, I think. Yeah, it's sort of purple and brown at the same time. It's a really interesting colour, I like that. And last but not least, we've got Chocolate Cookie. So overall, I'm really happy with the palettes I chose. I paid $54 for each of them, so I think it was like $108. I think it was $54 each. So $108 for 2 palettes, which isn't bad because when you get sort of a chocolate bar palette or a sweet peach palette, you pay sort of $78 in Australia for those. And yeah, I've paid $108 for 2, and as you can see, really liking it so far. I've used both palettes already and I only got them yesterday. And yeah, I think they're great for travel because they're really small. The only thing is, obviously they are magnetic, they close magnetically, so they are prone to sort of flying open in your bag, but the size makes them good for travel, so if you can put them inside like a little makeup bag or something like that, then they'd be great. Do I recommend these? Absolutely I do. I think they're really fantastic palettes. Yeah, really glad that I purchased them, and I think I'll be using them a lot. I think all the shades in here are useful to me, which is amazing because usually in a palette there's, you know, 1 or 2 shades that you won't use, that you just won't touch, but in these 2 palettes I think I'll be using all of them. And yeah, and I think they'll be great for daily wear because what I've got now is more for nighttime, I feel anyway. I mean, I'm not saying you can't wear crazy stuff in the day or you can't wear purple in the day or whatever you want to do, but for me, I prefer sort of like browns and neutrals for days. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and leave me a little comment below. Let me know what you thought of the video or the eyeshadows, or if you've got any other recommendations on really good palettes for daytime with nudes and things like that, let me know. By the way, I'm really sorry this video is up so late. It's because of my DJ stuff. I might not get a video up every week for the next few weeks. This is a 6-week DJ course and it's taking up a lot of my time. I actually live in Canberra and I have to travel up to Sydney every second Wednesday evening and every Saturday, and I work full time, so we're talking like up and back after work on a Wednesday and then again up on and back on Saturdays, because I usually have other things on the Sundays as well, and I'm trying to film in between all this, so it's just a little bit all over the place. I mean, between running my YouTube, I have a full-time job, I run a copywriting business on the side, and now I'm also DJing, so I've got a lot on my plate, so I'm really sorry if I don't get a video up every week. I will try my best to pre-record and get stuff up for you guys, because I really don't want to, you know, be slacking off or anything like that, but yeah, see you next time, bye!